This boy, he's the stealth boy. His name's Loki Prime, and he is a phenomenal Prime, if you can use him correctly. Now, Loki Prime is very squishy, but with mods like Vitality and Vigor, and I guess even if you wanted to, Steel Fiber or Redirection does work as well. You won't die as quickly. Again, still pretty damn squishy, but could be worse. Now, this video is going to be showcasing Loki Prime, how to use him effectively, how to use him in spy missions, as he is amazing in spy missions. That is his main purpose. I don't really see Loki Primes outside of spy missions. Loki Prime is usually referred to as a bit of a joke. Really, a lot of people say he has no purpose outside of, spy missions, because he is entirely stealth-based. However, let's actually take a look at this boy's, his abilities. So, whoops, no, we don't want to look at this. Here we go. Decoy. Basically, it's a holographic copy of himself. It's kind of like Saren's mold. Invisibility. This is why people like him in spy missions. He goes invisible, and you can't see him. Switch teleport has to be cast on an enemy. You look at a guy, and you say, you know what, let's change places. I'm in a bad spot, and you change places. So you go where your target was, and your target goes where you originally were. And it also confuses the target for a bit. And the last one is Radial Disarm. Now this is actually a really good ability that I don't think gets as much credit as it should. All enemies lose their weapons. They're gone. And they have to go to melee weapons. This is pretty damn good. If you can keep your distance with these guys, you'll be fine. And his passive, of course, is he's able to hang from walls 10 times longer than you could normally hang on walls with Warframes. So, if you really wanted to, you could have put on, what is that arcane? Or not an arcane. I believe it's actually an operator ability, where it is, or if you cling to a wall. Nope, it is. It's an arcane. Where you cling to a wall, you actually gain a damage buff. So if you really wanted to do that with Loki Prime, you could sit on that wall and you get that damage buff and just stay there. All right, so how does this man fare in missions? How do I use him? God damn it! All right, well, let's go ahead and let's test this boy out. This is not my first time playing Loki Prime. I have not actually played Loki Prime or Loki in general for quite some time. Let's see. I think there should be. Is there? No. Here we go. Here's a spy mission. So let's go ahead and let's go to Cambria as an example. Hopefully, I can actually play Loki. So, if you just skipped to this part of the video, Loki build was previous. Build's pretty damn generic, or there's nothing special. There's no ability alterations or any of that. It is just a build that I like to use for a lot of Warframes. Very generic. Again, special. Got some health mods on there, like Vigor, Redirection, and Vitality. Otherwise, everything else is pretty easily obtainable. A few Prime mods, but again, Prime mods can always be replaced with normal mods. I'm just using the Prime mods because I have them, and they work efficiently. Now, of course, I'm not sure if I have formed with Loki. It's been a while, but I think I only formed with Loki once. Again, Loki is very squishy. If you keep dying with Loki, you're gonna die a lot with Loki when you're leveling him up. Back with a sniper. Just know that you're gonna die with Loki. It's gonna happen. Loki is very squishy, even with all this build at 660 health. It's not a whole lot, and he doesn't have any abilities that give him more health and whatnot. So, yeah. Now, of course, in terms of health, he's nothing like Rhino. Rhino will always be the tank master, the tanky boy. Of course, there are other frames that are tankier. Arguably, Inaros. Wukong is a very good tank if you build it correctly. So let's go ahead and hop on in here. Okay, so again, the decoy. That's all your decoy does. Enemies are going to shoot at him. I think, yeah, he does shoot him. Loki Prime has a Lex Prime.
The enemy will start
Actually,
destroying data.
Or just Lex? It's just a Lex Prime that he will shoot at enemies. It's not a whole lot of damage he does. It still is a fair amount of damage. Invisibility. Let's talk about this one. This is the reason people use him. You go invisible. Now, if you put on a lot, you want a lot of duration if you're building just a purely stealth-built Loki. As you can see it. You still can't walk through that stuff, so be aware of that. But those stupid drones cannot see you, which is an incredibly good thing because those drones can be quite annoying. Enemies can also not hit you, or I think they can still hit you, of course. You're not immune to all damage while in invisibility, but they're not gonna just blatantly see you and say, "Oh shit, better kill that guy." Now I'm actually out of energy. Let's switch teleport again, as I mentioned earlier. Really? It teleports you and a random enemy. You have it. You can't just cast it. Right now it says need more energy, but you actually have to be focusing on a target in order to use it. So once you look at a target, all you gotta do it. I don't know why I can't get here. Look at a target. It's right here. Wow. Look at a target. Click on. And let's say that Rubio is... Wait, Rubio. Consider that Rubio is an actual enemy. I would click switch teleport. That would go here. I would go here. It would be stunned. Look around. And I believe they are prone to a finisher. If not, they're stunned. And you can just go ahead and destroy them. Now, I really wish I could show Rubio disarm. I'm going to try and get some energy from these. I don't have any energy that I know of. Oops. I do not. Okay. So radial disarm. All enemies lose their guns. Every enemy. Doesn't matter what, they lose their guns. And that means they have to pull out melee weapons. The group usually have like secondary hook weapons that they use. Can they still be annoying? Yes, but they are no longer at a range. I believe the only enemies that are really immune to this are like Kubros and Kavats and all that stuff. Of course. Nox is, I believe, probably going to be the best for using real disarm on. Because, I mean, they have weapons and their weapons hit hard. Bam. So, now, I really tried more energy,
console. Trigger the alarms now,
but
and
that's
they
okay.
will start destroying the data.
So again, ability...
Keep moving. None of the sensors have detected you.
Invisibility would be extremely nice here. And we did just get energy. So switch time. That shouldn't drain at all. That guy's over there. I'm over here. And that guy is now over there. Really be goddamn nice. The ability, honestly, it's a nice ability. It gets you from one point to the other. The enemy, I believe, will, if you're doing that, I don't think the enemy gets confused to the point where, like, I don't know. They're still gonna know that there's something wrong. They're still probably gonna trigger the alarm if you would teleport them off. But it does confuse them, so you can go in. I wouldn't see why you couldn't do a finisher with them. If they're confused, they're gonna be looking around like, what the hell's going on? And just go in and slash them in the back. Real disarm is like my favorite. It's so good. You have a bunch of enemies, and it affects all of them.
Extracted. They once gone.
How many disarm can affect? It affects all of them within a range. So if you're using a build that is mainly going for radial disarm, you are gonna want to have ability range. Efficiency, I don't think would be a huge deal on that. Efficiency might go for invisibility. So if you're going for an invisibility build, invisibility focus / spy mission focused build, not Bill, glitch, wow. Build. If you're going for a build like that, you're gonna want a lot of duration. My build right now with my duration is only 18 seconds.
The alarms now,
It's pretty. It works.
The data.
Could be better. If you're going for a build that is
Alarms have been
purely
triggered.
focused on radial disarm,
Data before the data
then
destruction
again,
is complete.
as I said, like literally a few seconds ago, go for. I think it actually does damage as well. So possibly ability strength, but ability range for sure. The more range you have, the more enemies are going to be affected by your radial disarm. And you always want it, and that's a good thing.
Data integrity verified.
That means more enemies are going to be
Retrieval was successful.
having to use melees to kill
We
you.
have every get to extraction.
Alright, so that was just a quick how-to on Loki. How to use him, how to use his abilities effectively. A couple tips for builds, and I showed off my build. Again, my build is nowhere near perfect. I don't even know if I have Reach on my Loki Prime. I might not. Reach is a very good mod if you are going for radial disarm. By the way, I think there is Prime. Actually, is it Reach? No, I think Reach is a melee mod. I don't know. Any mod that you have that gives more ability range, ability duration. I believe if you have an Exilus slot open, Fortitude will do just. Constitution. Constitution is what it is.
Get comfy,
Actually,
dreamers. One of our own believes they are the equal of our
all right,
foe, and baby,
that's gonna do it.
they
So,
are
thank
acting
you
like
guys. I'll see you guys later.